Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are today. Today we're at the Natural History Museum in Oxford, where we'll be looking at the importance of collections within the natural environment. Tom will tell us more about those collections, and Steve Galloway will be telling us how to use photography within the museum and how we can use it to a benefit. So until then, take care, be healthy, be happy. Thank you.
One of the reasons that we come to museums is so that we can see some of the very large objects, but also to see some of the variety of natural history specimens that have been collected over the centuries and assembled into these vast collections. So here at the University of Oxford Natural History Museum, we have the very dramatic things like this Triceratops head. But we've also got in the galleries whole collections of tiny fossils that trace the history of life from its very earliest beginnings to its most complex. So the important thing is not to just come and concentrate on the things that are complex and large and dramatic, but also to see not only the smaller things, but also the way in which the museum has interpreted them and put them out. What sort of things are they lumping together and what sort of things are they splitting apart? How do they put text next to their specimens, and how do they arrange them so that they form a logical or a natural order? So museums are these great repositories of specimens and ideas, and all of them integrate to give a user experience. That's really a great thing to be spending time in a museum for.
Okay, so photographing in museums gives us a lot of potential for images that we wouldn't normally get across. It gives us access to subject matter that we find difficult to find elsewhere. However, with this potential resource, it does come with a myriad of problems that you, as photographers, have to overcome. Number one, lighting. Museums seem to be of two extremes. It's either moodily lit for impact, so that you can view the items, or the larger subjects are very well lit, sometimes too brightly lit for you to get an interesting photograph. The other problem that you're going to come across is that you're shooting through glass a lot. All the displays are encased in glass, sometimes it's smudgy, but predominantly it's very reflective and glaring. Two ways you can get across this. One, bring a monopod. You can get access to a monopod. Museums aren't too keen on tripods being set up. They create too much of an obstruction for the general public, but a monopod is nice and easy, lightweight and unobtrusive. The second thing, to battle the glare and the lighting, there's two ways we could do this. One, with a perhaps expensive polarizing filter that would just cut all glare and light off, let us shoot through the glass. The other is perhaps a bit more of a DIY homemade resource, like this one made by David McMahon. It's a foldable dog bowl for putting your dog's drink in or dog food in, with a hole cut out to fit an aperture for a lens filter mount, and then a few step down rings to mount it to my lens. And what this does, this black cone here, when placed over the side, over the glass, I'm not leaning on the glass, I'm not touching the glass, but just in front of it, just expels all flare and glare from lighting, etc. Just give you a nice, clean, crisp image instead. So, $1.99 at the pet food shop, a hole cut in it with a scalpel, attach your adapter rings, and you've got a nice walk-around solution rather than a £60, £80 polarizing filter lens. So let's see what results we get.